This is Comic Picks by the Glick. Here's your host, Jason Glick.
Yes, and here I am once again. Okay, now, see, not too much to say about start up this time because, hey, we're just picking up from where we left off last time with Warren Ellis.
That's right. We were talking about that last time.
Yes, but hey, last time we talked about his creator-owned work. Now we're talking about his work-for-hire work.
All right.
Because Ellis has gone off on the fact several times about that. Hey, you know what? While creator-owned work is the force of the future, supposed to be the future of the industry. Hey, you know, if you actually want to eat this week, you got to do some work for hire, work for Marvel or DC.
They have deep pockets. They could probably pay you a fair wage, huh?
Oh, that is so true. And the thing is, while Ellis he's basically not especially a fan of how the fact that superhero fiction is basically taken over 90% of the market for all graphic novels. The man is he's really damn good about coming up with a lot of stuff like this. And really, he made his name first while working for Jim Lee's Wildstorm imprint, basically taking over their Stormwatch team. Mm-hmm. Now, prior to Ellis taking over, Stormwatch is basically your just generic X-Men ripoff. They were basically a UN group, funded group of superheroes who just fought bad guys, and that was it. So, and once Ellis took over, he basically made them into a team who was more interested in going after the bad guys before stuff happened, and instead of just waiting for stuff to actually happen. Now, the problem is he after several volumes of this, he started to realize hey, you know what, this group as it is its heroes weren't actually equipped for to taking out doing the kind of super stories he wanted to tell. So eventually he went and killed them off. How did he kill them off, you ask? Well, he basically had aliens go and kill them all. Keep in mind that's aliens with the capital A.
Aha. All right.
So what kind of aliens are those, John?
Was that the movie Aliens?
Exactly.
Before? Aliens?
Yes, because basically in the Wildcats Aliens crossover, which with Ellis had basically no desire to write until the editors at Wildstorm told him, hey, you know, if you want to, you can kill off all the Stormwatch members you wanted to. Ellis went and said, okay. So basically he went and killed off half the cast for Stormwatch in the Wildcats Aliens crossover. And the members that were left, at least he made into the Authority. Now, some of you people have probably heard of the Authority as we say, it's a team formed by Jenny Sparks, the spirit of the 20th century. He's got massive control over lightning. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Jack Hawksmoor, the spirit of the cities. Swift, fastest human alive. The engineer, the master of machines. Apollo, the sun god. Midnighter, the man who can see 1,000 moves in your head at one time and basically kick your ass that way. And the Doctor, the mad drug lord, spiritual genius of our era. Now, with the Authority, Ellis basically wanted to just do big widescreen superhero action with artist Brian Hitch. And man, he pulled this off beautifully with the first two volumes, Relentless and I can't remember what the second name of the volume is, but
oh well.
But see, the first four volumes that Ellis did and later was taken over with by Mark Miller, it's are very worthwhile, and it's great, great wide scale superhero action where basically the heroes basically take on the Wildstorm's equivalent of Ming the Merciless, who basically wants to go and kill everyone in the world because hey, you know what? Because he can, because terror is his game. And then the second arc basically involves them taking a bunch of aliens from a parallel universe who realized, hey, you know what? We've finally been able to open up this parallel dimension to the Wildstorm Earth. Why not just kill everyone there in order to expand our empire? You know, it's fun stuff. And the final arc basically involves it's just a riff on H.P. Lovecraft's old gods coming back to Earth and just going and killing everyone. It's great stuff. And Mark Miller only upped the game later on by basically, just having the Authority take on going after the infrastructure rather than just reacting to the threats.
Gotcha.
It's good stuff. And after that, well, like I said, Ellis imagined the Authority as being his big farewell to superhero stories, where he basically figured after this, I'm just going to doing creator-owned stuff for the rest of my life. That didn't work out quite so well, so basically he wound up working with Marvel later on. So And thanks to Marvel's deep pockets, he wound up telling lots of great superhero stories afterwards. See, one of his first forays in the mainstream universe was with Ultimate Fantastic Four Volumes 2 and 3, Doom and Endzone. Doom was basically the introduction of Ultimate Doctor Doom, which, to be put it gently, was a misfire.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's like he has a great handle on writing the Ultimate Fantastic Four team as teenagers, but Doom, who just he imagines like as a bitter teenager lashing out at the world, just doesn't click. I mean, it's like Doom just doesn't seem as threatening or as imposing as he does in the regular Marvel universe, and it's not a bad story, but overall, you think it could have done better. The other story, Endzone, which is probably the best Ultimate Fantastic Four story. I mean, he really got his bearings on for the second arc. Basically involves them exploring the negative zone, basically encountering wealth troubles. They encounter Ultimate Annihilus, who basically wants to try and take all their knowledge in order to save his universe. I mean, like a lot of this concept else introduced in this arc were implemented later on in subsequent stories he did for the Ultimate Marvel universe. It's great stuff. And it's a good sci-fi, all ages sci-fi story where the heroes basically go and explore a new strange world, and encounter like lots of people who want to kill them, and then having to fight their way out of things. It's good stuff. Yeah. Now, Ellis has a great big tech inclination.
Okay.
As far as upgrading like humanity, or if it's like what things are going to be like in the future. I talked about this last week when he mentioned his masterpiece Transmetropolitan, and you figure with his big tech inclination, he'd be a great writer for Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was.
All right.
The problem is that the Iron Man arc he wrote, Extremis, took 3 years to be written.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See, the reason for that is because the artist he got, Adi Granov, who's done a lot of concept art for the Iron Man movie and a lot of covers for the series subsequently. He's also doing the Viva Las Vegas arc with Iron Man director Jon Favreau. Mm-hmm. But the problem is that arc has gone right off the rails schedule-wise because Granov, well, he can do covers like relatively quickly, but otherwise, the guy's slow as shit for doing a regular story arc.
All right.
Still, Extremis basically has Ellis doing like a soft reboot of the series, basically like just doing Iron Man. The Tony Stark, I mean, he used to manufacture weapons, but now he's trying to do right by the world. And Ellis's idea for the story is basically like after this virus Extremis is stolen from a government research lab, and used to upgrade like an American militia terrorist who's basically like going around wants to bring American values back to the way they used to be. Iron Man has to use this virus himself in order to upgrade himself to the basic point where he is the Iron Man technology inside his own body, and the suit is basically just his armor.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great story, and I wish the series had gone on had finished quicker because I don't know if Ellis just signed on for the first 6 issues and that was it, but I would have liked to have seen him do more with this concept because while other writers just seem to struggle with that, and it's a simple concept. I mean, like instead of like Iron Man being the armor, I mean, like, now he is the computer, and the suit is just the armor. I mean, like, I would like to see Ellis develop this theory more. But that said, like the overall arc Extremis, highly recommended. Like especially if you like the Iron Man movie as well.
All right.
Yeah. So, well, Ellis has also been very upfront about what he does for work for hire. Like, I'm just doing this because Marvel pays me to. One of the ideas that was pitched to him came up after the Marvel's big Civil War crossover. One of the concepts he introduced was basically the fact that a lot of A-list Marvel villains are basically going to be employed to track down unregistered superheroes, like superheroes who basically hadn't registered their secret identity with the government. And so they were they're going to be the new Thunderbolts team, basically this series of villains who are now, quote-unquote, heroes working for the government. Now, Ellis's team, very A-list in terms of villains, because I hear about the ideas people he wanted for this team. Like, it's great because basically it's Ellis writing Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, leading a team of villains who consisted of Venom, Bullseye, and another villains like Pennis, or basically Pennis isn't really a villain. He's basically Dark Speedball, and yeah, it's like Speedball was basically a goofy, happy-go-lucky hero who is basically implicated in the whole impetus of the Civil War crossover, and basically he became angsty and dark.
I'm just standing in the wrong line.
Yes, yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But the thing about this, the thing that makes the series great is that like Ellis also like. It's not just like a bunch of superheroes. Well, basically, those is superheroes go after like nice superheroes who haven't really done anything wrong. Only just the fact that they're not actually registered with the government. But Ellis also sets lots of conflicts within this team. Like, you've got Norman Osborn running things, but he's slowly going crazy because Norman Osborn, like, he's not sane, man. I mean, when they're tasked to go after a villain, a superhero known as the Steel Spider. It's the Steel Spider. Man, Steel Spider, man, Spider-Man. Oh, I'm watching Spider-Man. And it's fun seeing him go crazy like that. But he's also got other factions working against him, like other people who used to work within the old Thunderbolts team who are villains trying to become heroes, like Songbird and the Radioactive Man. They're trying to be heroic in this situation. And then you've also got other characters like Moonstone and the Swordsman who are basically just think Osborn is a dick and they want to just run the team themselves. Like, lots of fun conflict within this series. And this first volume, Faith in the Monsters, really lives up to all the potential I was expecting from the series. And I'm looking forward to getting the second volume, Caged Angels, which is available in Marvel Premier Edition hardcover, which I think is a ripoff. Mm-hmm. More on that later. But as soon as that volume comes out in softcover, I'm all over it like white on rice.
Alrighty.
So yeah, Faith in Monsters, excellent stuff. If you want to see like Marvel supervillains, go after the superheroes who you've never heard of.
Right.
And you also get like a nice little fun scene where you get to see Stan Lee promoting Who Wants to Be a Thunderbolt. Yeah, where you get to go after you'd see him promoting supervillains like Stabby Jones, who's got knives on his feet.
Stabby Jones.
Yeah. Yes, and while I just mentioned the Marvel Premier Edition a few seconds ago, it's like I honestly think it's a generally crap idea because I mean Marvel likes to put out a lot of their quote unquote prestige hardcovers, just all the New Avengers, and then just crap like Wolverine Evolution or The Ultimates Volume 3 in hardcover. It's like crap that you don't want to put this stuff in hardcover because it basically devalues the idea of a hardcover format. Because you want to you put stuff in hardcover that's going to be remembered for years, right. And you just want to have an edition that's going to hold up over time.
Right.
And really, when it comes to something edition that justifies the format, there's really no other Marvel Premier Edition that I feel justifies the hardcover format more than Next Wave, Agents of Hate.
Oh, right.
Yes, 2 volumes available in softcover, and if you can find it, the Premier Edition hardcover. But it's great. I mean, it's Warren Ellis laughing with the Marvel Universe instead of at the Marvel Universe. Because it's basically what Ellis took is that he just took 5 Marvel superheroes who had just been lapsed into the backwaters of continuity. You had Monica Rambeau, former leader of the Avengers, Aaron Stack, the Machine Man. Let's see, Tabitha, who was known as Boom Boom of the New Mutants, Elsa Bloodstone, who was a monster hunter, and another hero who was simply known as the Captain. Because, all the crap superheroes that Marvel had who were known as Captain something or other, who weren't known as Captain America or Captain Marvel, the Captain, he was all those other superheroes. And he can't even remember his real name now. And so what do? Well, you see, they used to work for HATE, the highest anti-terrorism effort. Until they found out that HATE was suddenly bought out by the Beyond Corporation, who was also formerly known as Silent, who was also a terrorist cell themselves. So as soon as they found this out, they figured, hey, you know what? Screw you. We're gonna we got your weapons slam. We're gonna go and beat the crap out of all your all people you had, all your research efforts you had in mind for weapons of mass destruction for use against the American people. So who do they fight against? They fight against Fing Fang Foom, the giant giant Marvel monster who wears purple underpants and has no genitals. Like a giant cop who was eaten by a transforming virus who basically turns into his own evil transformer himself. like evil underworld monsters. Where I wish I can remember the name. They're evil bastards who fight. Who just like evil. Who just like who take over a town and beat the crap out of the rest. Try to beat the crap out of the next wave. Evil broccoli men who take on the agents of the next wave. The devil dinosaur. All sorts of crazy stuff in the backwaters of Marvel continuity, and it's absolutely hilarious stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it knows that it's ridiculous, and it just goes straight onto that tangent anyway, and just milks it for all it's worth. And like I said, even though it's you can buy these series for $30 in hardcover total, less if you go through Amazon.
Right.
It's absolute wicked fun, and it's probably best that it lasted for only 12 issues. And I also have to admit that it's written by Warren Ellis, illustrated by Stuart Immonen, who is now doing Ultimate Spider-Man. It's just great and he brings a great cartoonish energy to the series. It wouldn't have worked as well as had they got another artist.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, all this I recommend. Ellis, he also laments the fact that superheroes have taken over the whole graphic novel industry in America. He still does this stuff better than anything else. I mean, I will go to the mat and say that if the superhero series is written by Warren Ellis, it's worth buying. Yeah. And on that note, go ahead and call it a night. Until the next time for Comic Picks by the Glick.
We'll see you next time.